Good morning, everyone. My name is Tammy Sadler-Jones. I'm the city administrator, and I would like to call to order the License and Variance Board meeting for Wednesday, September 27th, 2017 at 10 o'clock a.m. Board members present to my left is Roy Acree, the fire chief, and to his left is Scott Stokes, the director of public works. Christiana Craddock is the executive assistant to the city administrator, and she will be taking the official meeting minutes. First item is a public hearing, privilege license request LIC 2017-19, beer and wine package, 1265 West Spring Street, Suite D, Smyrna Tapas LLC, DBA Smyrna Beer Market, with Brandon Eugene King as the agent. Brandon, can you step to the podium, please? Good morning.
Good morning.
And for the record, can you state your name, please?
Brandon Eugene King.
Okay. And have you received a copy of the city's alcohol beverage ordinance?
I have.
And have you read it, and do you understand it?
Yes.
And do you agree to abide by the ordinance?
Absolutely.
All right. And you have received our completed record, our prerequisite responsible alcohol sales class?
Yes, I have taken it and have the certificate.
Okay.
And have the certificate.
All right. And then what steps do you have in place at your store to make sure none of your employees sell alcohol to underage persons?
We have several things. The first of which would be that the actual computer system requires every sale of alcohol to enter in the date of birth of the person purchasing, so that all my employees are required to check ID for every purchase. In addition to that, we also employ the Training Institute, which comes in and spot checks us at least once a month with an underage person to make sure that we are checking and complying, and we have passed every single one.
Okay. Any questions for the applicant?
Mr. King, what is your role with the business?
I'm the primary owner,
Okay.
and I'd stop in and check in on my general manager at least 3 to 4 times a week.
Okay, so just on average, how many hours a week would you say that you're there physically?
I'd say literally probably 4 to 5,
Okay.
but I'm the one that's in constant contact with Training Institute to make sure they're following up on that. And I, via text and phone and email with my general manager, probably another 5 or 6 hours a week.
Okay. Have you ever been the registered agent for any other business?
Yes, I'm the registered agent for the Nest Kennesaw, my beer bar and barbecue restaurant in Kennesaw.
Okay. Thank you.
So is that your primary location where you're physically located generally there in Kennesaw?
Actually, no. I've recently taken the position as the beverage director for Southern Fried Hospitality, where I'm overseeing another 5 or 6 restaurants as well, making sure that their bar staff is trained and all their systems are in place, and creating menus, so on and so forth.
Do you understand that from time to time the Smyrna Police Department does undercover investigations to determine whether or not employees sell alcohol to minors, and if they do, they will be taken to jail immediately?
Yes,
Okay.
I definitely understand that, and my employees understand that. My employees also are under the knowledge that should they fail, even for the Training Institute, that they will be terminated, regardless of their position.
Thank you. The Smyrna Police Department did do a background investigation, and it revealed no information that would preclude issuance of this particular license. So with that said, this is a public hearing regarding this issue. I ask that you please step to the podium at this time. Seeing no one, I'd like to entertain a motion, please.
Motion to approve privilege license request LIC 2017-19 beer and wine package, 1265 West Spring Street, Suite D, Smyrna Taps, doing business as Smyrna Beer Market, with Brandon King as the agent.
Second.
It's been motioned and properly second that we approve privilege license request LIC 2017-19. All in favor, please vote. Motion passes unanimously. Thank you, Mr. King.
Thank you.
Next item is a public hearing, privilege license request LIC 2017-20, beer and wine pouring, 2421 Cobb Parkway, Chow Family Foods, DBA Yakatori Jin Bai as J. Chow as the agent. Choi, pardon me. I knew I was going to mess up on something. And for the record, can you state your name, please?
J. Matthew Choi.
Okay, all right. And Mr. Choi, can you have you received a copy of the city's alcohol beverage ordinances?
Yes.
And have you read it?
Yes.
Do you understand it?
Yes.
And do you agree to abide by the guidelines set forth in the ordinance?
Yes.
And you have completed our responsible alcohol sales class?
Yes.
And we got a certificate for you. And then what steps do you have in place to prevent the sale of alcohol beverages to be sold to underage persons?
So with our POS system, we do have a request to make sure that they are not underage, and then we have training and manuals in place with our manager. Once a month, we do a training with our servers to say that we should not be serving alcohol to anyone under age 21 and asking for ID for everyone.
Okay. Any questions for the applicant?
Yeah, just similar to the last, can you describe your role within this business?
Sure.
please?
I am the owner. I do have a general manager on premises, but I am currently going to the restaurant about 3 to 4 days a week for about 4 hours. So about 12 to 16 hours a week. I have a primary profession of an optometrist, and I have a business in Smyrna as well under that business.
Okay. And have you, or are you currently the registered agent for any other business?
Yes.
Okay.
It's under the same corporation. It's for iElements in city. I don't think it's City of Smyrna. I think it's unincorporated Cobb County.
Actually, I'm one of the patients there.
Oh.
Dr. Bang is my patient.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions? Do you understand that the Smyrna Police Department from time to time does do undercover inquiries and to determine whether or not alcohol is being sold to a minor, and if that does happen, that you and or your employees will be taken to jail immediately?
Yes.
Okay. Also, the background was done by the Smyrna Police Department, and it revealed no information that would preclude issuance of this particular license. So with that said, this is a public hearing. If anyone would like to speak regarding this issue, I ask that you please step to the podium at this time. Seeing no one, I'd like to entertain a motion, please.
Motion to approve privilege license request LIC 2017-20 for beer and wine pouring 2421 Cobb Parkway, Choi Family Foods, DBA Yakatori Jinbai, with J. Matthew Choi as the agent.
Second.
It's been motioned and properly second that we approve privilege license request LIC 2017-20. All in favor, please vote. All right, motion passes unanimously. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next item is a public hearing, variance request V17045, allow side setback reduction from 10 feet to 5 feet for an addition to a single-family residence, land lot 561, 0.47 acres, 1420 Roswell Street, Dallas Page. The applicant has requested this item be tabled indefinitely.
Motion to table indefinitely variance request V17-045.
Second.
It's been motioned and properly second that we table indefinitely variance request V17045. All in favor, please vote. All right. Motion passes unanimously. Next item is a public hearing, variance request V17049, allow reduction of front setback from 35 feet to 27 feet for a front porch addition to an existing single-family home, 0.37 acres, land lot 526, 3596 Marion Street, Jacqueline and Ben Gear. Okay. And for the record, can you please state your name?
Good morning, Ben Gear.
Okay.
Jackie.
Thank you. And can you tell us about your variance request, please?
We're wanting to
You
reduce.
can pull the mic up to yours.
We're wanting to reduce the front side setback 8 feet to put a deeper porch. The architecture of the house is going to be kind of a farmhouse architecture with a tin roof, and it's going to be something that'll be in real good keeping with the house's architecture.
Okay. Any questions at this time for the applicant? All right, if you guys can just sit on the front row, we'll have comments by our staff. Joey Stobbs with Community Development.
Joey Stobbs, Planner 2, Community Development. The applicant's requesting a variance at 3596 Marion Street to allow a reduction of the front setback from 35 feet to 27 feet for a front porch addition. The existing structure is a sort of ranch-style house built probably in the 50s, something like that. The applicant is undergoing a remodel of that structure, and since it's a ranch with a straight front face, they're wanting to add an addition for a front porch on it, which, given the orientation and placement of the existing structure right on the front setback line, the front porch addition would need a front setback reduction. We've seen other requests like this in the past and have recommended approval. We do so again with this. Just it's in needing of updating the structure is, and given how the orientation of the house is on the lot, there's no where forward you can add onto it without front setback reduction. Generally, we've recommended approval with just one standard condition, that approval of the requested variance shall be conditioned upon substantial compliance with the site plan submitted.
Any questions for the staff? This is a public hearing. If anyone else would like to speak regarding this issue, I ask that you please step to the podium at this time. And for the applicant, Mr. and Ms. Gear, do you accept the one condition as stated? Okay. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion, please.
A motion to approve variance request V17-049 to allow reduction of front setback from 35 to 27 feet for a front porch addition to an existing single-family home, 0.37 acre land lot 526 located at 3596 Marion Street for Jacqueline and Ben Gear.
Second.
It's been motioned and properly second that we approve variance request V17049. All in favor, please vote. Motion passes unanimously. Next item is a public hearing, variance request V17050, approve non-conforming north side setback from 10 feet to 3 feet for the existing structure, 0.37 acres, land lot 526, 3596 Marion Street, Jacqueline and Ben Gear. Just a minute, we got a second item.
I could discuss it if you'd like,
Okay.
or if you want to hear from them.
Okay. Do you want to talk about your second variance request?
It's just the existing condition.
It's the existing non-conforming in the north
Okay,
setback.
this is the existing structure.
Yeah.
Just that where it crosses over. I can discuss it.
Okay.
The second request is just to approve a non-conforming north side setback from 10 feet to 3 feet. It really is just a formality. This is where the existing structure encroaches that north side setback line. The applicant is not encroaching it any further, or actually the part they're adding conforms with the side setback. But we just wanted to acknowledge that this time formally to approve that north side setback as a existing condition. We recommend approval of that.
Okay. Any questions for the staff? Okay. This is a public hearing. If anyone would like to speak regarding this issue, I ask that you please step to the podium at this time. Seeing no one, I'd like to entertain a motion, please.
Motion to approve variance request V 17-050 for a non-conforming north side setback from 10 feet to 3 feet for the existing structure. 0.37 acres, land lot 526, 3596 Marion Street. Jacqueline and Ben Gear as the applicant.
Second.
It's been motioned and properly second that we approve variance request V17050. All in favor, please vote. All right. Motion passes unanimously. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's the last one we had for you.
All right. Next item is approval of the minutes from the September 13th, 2017 License and Variance Board meeting.
Motion to approve the minutes from the September 13th, 2017 License Variance Board meeting.
Second.
It's been motioned and properly second that we approve the meeting minutes from September 13th, 2017. All in favor, please vote. All right, motion passes unanimously, and I would like to declare this meeting adjourned at 10:16 a.m. Thank you.